Live take two. Woo!
So now we can separate the early to bedders to the late nighters. In the words of James Taylor, I'm a night owl, baby. This is my time of day. Got a call from Heather. She said, going to bed, you want a drunk dial? And I'm like, I'm getting ready to do a show. Good night. So is anybody here, or are we just singing to ourselves tonight, honey?
Give me just a second. I am trying to figure that out.
While she's doing some figuring.
You got 20 people here already, babe.
Fabulous. Good evening.
Let's see.
Happy. So I wanted to log on at 11:06. Those of you that know me well know why. 11:06, 116.
So the McDonald's are here. The Gigantes, Linda Sortel, Kim Eisenberg. She's still awake. Lauren, Lauren, I don't know how to say her last name. How do you say Lauren's last name? E-I-D. Lauren, love you. Glad you're here.
Pretty Lauren, that's what she is. She's Pretty Lauren.
Libby Barker, Kathy Degner, Joe Kennedy, Lisa Flaherty. You did make it. I thought maybe your comment, oh, that's midnight here, meant you weren't coming. Bob Barton says the good news is it's 2 p.m. in Australia. And yes, our friend Martin was going to contact some people in Australia and invite them. Kathy Santapola must have taken a nap because she's still up. Kim Rutledge.
She's got toothpicks in her eyes.
Tanner Roberts stayed up. Gail Waters. Bill Steyer. Staying up with the late crowd. Laura Tanzel. I'm so impressed. Wow. Robbie Mead. Del Aiken. Bree Williams. Ide. She says you say Ide. I-D-E. Like you pronounce it. I-D-E.
Oh, I-D.
Hi, Sarah Norris. Martin did indeed make it. Hi, Martin. Floyd.
We got Australian friends joining you, Martin.
Floyd Bringle is with us. We haven't seen him in ages.
Floyd, how are you, sir?
Hello, Duffels.
Do we have our Floyd light handy? No?
No.
Okay.
Not at the moment. I'm sorry, babe.
No, that's okay. We didn't know Floyd was going to be here. We got a cool light from Floyd.
Cecil and Emily are here.
Cecil, we tell the story so often about coming to Bimini for your wedding and meeting your parents in O'Charlie's in the airport and getting just shit-hammered drunk before the flight. We tell that story all the time because it was just so funny.
Herbie's with us. DK is with us. Diane Rutledge and
Dennis.
John Shortsleeve are with us.
So what happened is, we do all these shows in the afternoon, early evening, and a lot of y'all are letting your kids watch, which is awesome. It's really great that your kids get to watch. But then we got to be careful what we say, and I don't normally do a lot of the, like off-color songs, especially, in one night. I don't do them all. Some I barely play at all. If Herbie's on there.
He is.
Okay, so Herbie knows that I know one or two of his favorite Dirty songs. And whenever he's there, he yells them out. No matter how appropriate it is or isn't, he doesn't care. Which I love that about Herbie, actually. So we decided tonight that Christy can tell all the jokes that she has. And I'm not going to sing all the blues songs that I know, but I'm going to sing a few of them. Tell a few stories, and it should just be fun. That's the whole point. I've got a little tonight's. I need another hand, which would be dangerous for Christy. Tonight's show is brought to you by Elijah Craig Single Barrel. I figured I don't need any extra woohoo tonight by drinking tequila. So CMF, everyone. Cheers. Thanks for those of you that are staying up later than you usually do, extra thanks. For those of you like me and Robbie who are up this time of night, at least Robbie used to be, I'm not sure, I don't know the new Robbie as well. But
he's up with us tonight.
Yeah. If I was ever driving home from a gig and it was 2 a.m. and I was like, I can't stay awake, I gotta call somebody, it was always Robbie. So cheers to Robbie.
I love how many parents we are indeed seeing on here. The Jacksons are with us. Christy Nolan's with us. I don't think she's a parent, but Pete Trainer.
Bartender really did it this time. Broke my parole to have a good time. When I got home, it was 6 a.m. Doors.
Sherry's not on here yet. She's the person who's been requesting that song every night.
Y'all have been editing. I haven't even started the first song.
Like, I've sent her a private message saying, Sherry, are you coming?
Okay, I won't start with that one. Sherry, when you watch this back, Sherry, you're going to know that I edited my set list just for you. I can't believe that. Where is she? She tried calling us last night. Apparently, we were drunker than she was.
Oh, she's here. She's here. Okay. You can play it now. She was probably there the whole time. I was probably just way behind. Sorry.
She's like, I was here.
Love
I was
you
here.
guys. I'm just going to sit back here and drink some wine. Hi, Brown Man.
Shoot, I'm having. Just carry on without me.
All right.
Well, that means Christy's got a joke already.
Do you know the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb?
Oh my gosh.
You can unscrew a light bulb.
She was standing at the loading where the trucks rolled up. She was sniffing all around like a half-grown female pup. She wasn't hard to talk to, looked like she had nowhere to go. So I gave her my pass so she could get in and see the show. Well, I set her right down next to me and got her a beer. While I mixed that sound on stage so the band could hear. The more I watched her watch them play, the less I could think of to say. When the band walked off stage, the drummer swept that girl away. Rosie, you're alright. You wear my ring when you hold me tight. Rosie, that's my thing. When you turn out the light, I've got to hand it to me. Looks like it's you and me again tonight, Rosie. Well, I guess I might have known from the start she'd come for a star. Might have told my imagination not to run too far. And of all the times that I've been burned, you'd think by now that I would have learned that it's who you look like, not who you are. But Rosie, you're alright. You wear my ring when you hold me tight. Rosie, that's my thing. When you turn out the light, I've got to hand it to me. Looks like it's you and me again tonight. Looks like it's you and me again tonight. Looks like it's you and me again tonight, Rosie. Rosie, Rosie, Rosie. Now see, that's one of those songs, there's no bad words in it, but I could just imagine one of Laura's kids going, Mommy, what does that mean? And then Laura's going to be like, I don't know. It's just a song that's all Paul sings. And then the next thing you know, they'll want to paint their faces. And he'll want to paint Rosie on his cheek because he had rosy cheeks. And it would be like, no, it's not about that at all. I thought you didn't know what it was about, Mom. See why we've got to watch what we do.
Lynn said, man, all the times I played this in my mom's basement before I caught on.
Yeah, that's like that Lawrence Welk clip where they're playing One Toke Over the Line, and the Lawrence Welk dancers with their skirts, they're spinning around, one toke over the line, sweet Jesus. And like, Lawrence Welk has no clue, or he does, and it's the best joke of all. Either way, it's fabulous.
So, Bob Barton, we got our case of wine yesterday.
Oh, in fact, we had salted vine on the Songwriter Island Showcase Zoom last night.
Yeah, so we did that last night. I'm drinking cheap wine tonight because Paul's not drinking with me. I only drink the good wine when we share.
We were drinking tonight, y'all. Drinking. And this is my first sip of the day. So I act this goofy all the time, y'all. And this hat, by the way, there's a story behind this hat.
So, for some reason, I'm not seeing Bob Barton's. Like, when I look up here, I'll occasionally see a comment from Bob Barton, but I'm not seeing it in mine, which is weird.
Are you friends with Bob?
Well, yeah.
All right, I don't know.
Because he told a joke, but I didn't get it.
I was going to tell a story, and you interrupted me.
Oops. Go ahead.
She's too busy watching comments, not paying attention to me, which that's the way it goes around.
It's what happens.
So this hat, this particular hat, is an actual J.B. Stetson hat. And my first paying gig in Nashville was at a bar called The Villager. The Villager is in Hillsborough Village, which is just outside of the range of Vanderbilt campus. Like if you were on the edge of the campus, if you were on the southeast corner of Vanderbilt campus, and you walked into civilian neighborhood, Hillsborough Village, and walked about 2 blocks on your right, was this bar called The Villager. And it was the first bar that took a chance on hiring me, played on Wednesdays, and I got $50 to play, and all the beer I could drink, which was $0, because I had to be at work. I had a job. I had a day job. I was unloading trucks on a loading dock. And the trucks, the company that I worked for was called Horace Small. Horace Small made uniforms. They made police, fire, every kind of uniform you can imagine. When all that cool trucker underwear, the quilted like vests and jackets and stuff came out, I had hundreds of those already. Because that's, if it was cold outside, I would grab one and put it on. So anyway, I had to be at work at like 7 or 7:30, something ridiculous. So I'd play every Wednesday night at the Villager, and so I couldn't drink because I had to get up early, or I could, and I'd really feel horrible the next morning. So one night I was packing up, and this hat, all beaten up and crumbled, was under a chair. And I mean, it was just a gray straw hat that looked horrible. I mean, it didn't look like this. And it was under a chair. And I grabbed it, and so the bartender, I said, Whit, is this your hat? No. Do you know what it belongs to? Nope, it's mine. So what I thought I would do is try to be a good citizen, and I would take the hat back to my show every Wednesday. And I would use the hat, and I would literally pass the hat. So I would take this hat, all beat up, the way it looked then, and I would pass the hat. And then I would always say, if you know who this hat belongs to, it was under that chair over there one night when I was leaving. So if you know whose hat it was, let me know. And nobody ever claimed it. So there was a haberdasher on Broadway downtown, right next to whatever street Hume Fogg School is, like 1 block towards the river. So 1 block east, there was this cool hat shop, this haberdasher. The guy would make really cool hats, and he would do hat repair. So I took this beat up old hat. I didn't even, I knew it was a Stetson, but I didn't know that a hat guy could make this hat look good. And when I went to pick it up and it looked like this, I was like, oh yeah. So I don't use this for passing the hat anymore because it's way too cool. But I thought it would be a cool hat to wear tonight. This next song is particularly fun for me because when my nephews and nieces were little children, none of them are anymore, but when they were little children, they would request this song just so they could sing along. And at that one point in the song where the lyrics say, son of a bitch, they would scream it out loud at the top of their lungs. And my brother, Bruce, their dad, would give them the eye, but he couldn't really say anything because they were singing along. And they loved that. So this is, Chuck Brodsky wrote this song. And Chuck used to live in Los Angeles, and then he moved to Asheville, North Carolina, of all places. And he befriended a really amazing guitar player named David Wilcox, and then David covered this song, and that's where I first heard it. Later I heard Chuck do it, and it's awesome. And since then I've heard a lot of my friends do it. Every morning I commute a mile, man in a business suit. When I want to come home at the end of my day, there's all these other cars stacked up in my way. I pull up behind one, pull out my pistol, blow 'em away. When I'm driving my car, I wanna go fast. There's this slow car, just won't let me pass. So I flash my lights, honk my horn. I have to consider him warned. I pull up behind him, pull out my pistol, and I blow him away. Jesse James behind the wheel, high noon in my automobile. You call me crazy, you call me sick, yeah, but I've got to get to where I'm going too quick. Son of a bitch, he cut me off. He had 3 whole lanes, but he pulled across, made me mad, made me swerve. That son of a bitch got what he deserved. I knocked him over, pulled out my pistol, I blew him away. Now look at this guy, check him out. On a motorcycle, he's riding between splitting lanes. You know what I mean? Well, he's cutting in line. That's an act of war. And I saw him coming, and I opened my door. It knocked him over. I pulled out my pistol, and I blew him away. Jesse James behind the wheel, high noon in my automobile. You call me crazy, you call me sick, yeah, but I've got to get to where I'm going too quick. A little old lady, bless her heart, she's walking her poodle across the boulevard. It was wearing a red knitted sweater, a little red knitted hat. It was probably named Fifi or something fucked up like that. So I said, here, Fifi, pulled out my pistol, I blew it away. That's a good song to offend everybody in the audience in one fell swoop. Get that out of the way.
So
I also, this is one of my claims to fame, is I played that song at a Harley Davidson convention. We were in Swanee.
yeah, Dangerous Mountain.
Yeah, whatever that place is. We were there.
Give me a
at
minute, I'll
Harley
come up with
convention. It was really cool because I took my Martin guitar, and I had a seat behind me, so I strapped the guitar sitting upright in the seat. So I rode to there with my bike on my guitar on my Harley, sticking on it. It was kind of cool. And I survived.
So I kind of realized that really the wine delivery yesterday is responsible for this happening tonight, because this was a drunk idea at about midnight last night.
Yeah, we played the Songwriters Island show, and then there were 9 or 10 of us on the show, songwriters, and the host, of course, was Kelly, and he was one of the songwriters, and then Sam and Gina were sending it out to the world, and as every one of the songwriters dropped off eventually, it ended up, as it often does, just me and Christy and Sam and Gina telling stories and trying to correct and fix the world late at night, which is always fun for us and with them especially. And when that was over, we started talking about other things we could do. And I said something about, wishing we could play some of these songs. And she said, yeah, I've got jokes I haven't told. I went, got an idea. Let's do an after-hours show. And she's like, well, when should we do it? I was like, well, we got to play Saturday. We got to play Sunday. We got to play Tuesday. Let's do it tomorrow. She said, okay.
Plus, we figured more people would stay up late on Friday, because there are still people working.
Right, and just in case you are easing back into the workforce, this seemed like a good night for that. And so here we are. So this is the one I've gotten probably the most requests for in a regular show, and I just won't do it. I just won't. I don't know, just because it's, you can't just be dropping the F-bomb, and you can't.
You can't.
What really freaked me out about this song was, of all people, Hank Jr. covered this song at some point, and he edited out the F-bombs. He changed the words. Like, he didn't just beep it. He recorded a version of the song with other lyrics. Dude, you're supposed to be an outlaw, but you can't pander to the crowd and be an outlaw. You can do one or the other. So I will not be editing myself tonight at any point. Bartender really did it this time. Broke my parole to have a good time. When I got home, it was 6 a.m. The door was locked, so I kicked it in. She was tripping on the bills. Think she was high on some pills. She threw my shit out in the yard. Called me a bum and she smacked me real hard. And in my drunken stupor, I did what I should have never done. Now I'm sitting here talking to you, drunk and on the run. I've been sitting at a bar on the inside, waiting for my ride on the outside. She broke my heart in the trailer park, so I jacked the keys to her fucking car. Crashed that piece of shit, stepped away. You know, Mo, I'll probably get 10 years. Just give me beers till I get here. Yeah, I know this sun is coming up. Y'all are probably getting ready for closing up. I'm trying to drown my soul. Tired of this life on the dirt road. All my friends are gone. I'm tired of being on the run. Sitting at a bar on the inside, waiting for my ride on the outside. She broke my heart in the trailer park. So I jacked the key to her fucking car, crashed that piece of shit, stepped away. Now I'm going back again, back to the pen to see my friends. When we all pile out of that county van, you'll ask me where I've been. I've been sitting at a bar on the inside, waiting for my ride on the outside. She broke my heart in the trailer park, so I jacked the keys to her fucking car, crashed that piece of shit, stepped away. Everybody's singing. La 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 la. Hey, hey. Sung by a band called Rehab. That is sitting in a bar. Sitting in a bar. Sitting in a bar. All right. Not that one. That one. CMF.
CMF.
Got a joke or two, honey?
I do. Well, it's funny. I think we've all gone to the same site because all the jokes that people have sent me are ones that I have.
You figured out where they came from now?
Yep. So, what do you call a lesbian dinosaur?
Oh, I don't know. But I
Like a lot of puss.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I like that.
I'm going to use that some.
What do a penis and a Rubik's Cube have in common? The more you play with them, the harder they get.
These are good, honey. I like that a lot.
Oh my God. Here's one I don't have to worry about anymore. What did one saggy boob say to the other saggy boob? If we don't get some support, people will think we're nuts.
First of all, you never could tell that joke. And you definitely can't anymore. By the way, I just realized this Elijah Craig is a single barrel, and it is at barrel proof. Y'all, this stuff is at 122 proof. Whew! I had to put a little water in that when I first sip. I went, it singed everything I had.
And I meant to tell Tom Melendez he only missed one dirty joke, and I can't even remember what it was. It was the first one I told tonight. But
Hi, man, how are you, man? If I had known you were going to be here, I would have been drinking whiskey out of my Volkswagen mug. I saw the picture that you sent the other day. That was very nice. I'm glad you got a second one. Cheers, my friend.
cheers. CMF. Wait, we can actually say it. Cheers, motherfucker.
Yeah, we can't usually do that. That's nice. So this next song has a story. Had a friend, and some of you guys in Knoxville know this guy. I lovingly refer to him as Hippie Joe. His name is Joe Brantley, and I met him when he was probably underage. And he was darn near as tall as me, rail thin, had long black hair, mustache, goatee, just a hippie-looking dude. And so I named him. I named him Hippie Joe, and it stuck. And now that he's got kids and trying to be respectable, he doesn't, I don't think, often call himself Hippie Joe, but the rest of us do. And here's the thing. It was probably 1999, 2000, somewhere in there. One night, Joe got into trouble, and this song was written for Joe. And when the trouble was resolved, I wouldn't say it was over, but it was resolved. Those are two distinctly different things. Joe decided in the year 2001 that he was going to drink 2001 beers, which, if you do the math, that's about 7 beers a day. He knew it's like 6 point whatever every day. Now, that sounds like a lot to me. If you're a beer drinker, maybe you go like 6 beers a day or whatever. Think about this. If you miss a day, you skip a day, if you sleep in, if whatever. The next day, you see what I mean? It compounds. And this didn't count if somebody bought him a shot. This was just going to be 2001 beers in the year 2001. And so there was an over and under, of course. And everybody was wagering on Joe. And he reached 2001 beers right around Thanksgiving. Right around Thanksgiving. And didn't stop. But prior to that, he had some trouble. And this song is about the trouble. But it mentions the 2001 attack. And I've got to appeal to Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs for stealing their melody. But, I didn't have a whole lot of time, and I just wanted to commemorate this back at the day, and I played this one night at Daryl's when Joe was there. I'm not sure he was sober enough to remember it. And I don't know that I've ever played it again. I've got to have the words over here just to make sure I get it right. And it's called The Ballad of Hippie Joe. Come and listen to a story about a man named Joe. Got real drunk one night after a show. Headed home to Maynardville thinking he was fine. Ended up unconscious in a cell in Carolina. That is Tar Heels. Wrong fucking state. Well, the first thing you know, old Joe was out on parole. Using friends in taxi cabs because walking's way too slow. I think he learned a lesson. Still out having fun. Trying to drink 2,000 beers in 2001. New millennium. Same old Joe voice. Y'all come back now. Here. Okay, so same old Joe voice was like Joe would yell at me from the back of the room, Beatles, damn it! And I would go, Joe. So then he's trying to disguise his voice. Beatles, damn it. I'd be like, same old Joe voice. So that was my reference to Joe. What, somebody commenting?
Somebody had said Beatles name. I think it was Chris.
Yeah.
Swindler
So that
said.
started with Hippie Joe. He'd go, Beatles, damn it! And I would play something, because probably at that time the person that knew as many Beatles songs as I did was Joe, although you would never want to hear Joe sing them. You just trust him, you wouldn't.
Oh, yeah, John Lemoyne said, Hippie Joe, Beatles, damn it. So, yeah, it's... Yep.
So that was the Ballad of Hippie Joe, and that's probably the second, maybe the third time I've ever heard it.
Your cousin Bryant's on here, and he asked,
Right.
what's the difference
Cheers,
between...
Cuzzy.
What's the difference between a golf ball and a G-spot? A man will actually look for a golf ball. So this is one of my all-time favorites. Do you know why Snow White got kicked out of Disney World? She got caught sitting on Pinocchio's nose saying, tell a lie, tell the truth, tell a lie, tell the truth. Okay, sorry. Go ahead, babe.
I'm going to do this one for a myriad of reasons. Keep in mind that every song that has objective lyrics, objectable lyrics,
Offensive.
offense, that's the word, there's a word in there I'm looking for, I can't think what it is. Just because a song has bad words, doesn't mean it's funny. This is not a funny song. This was written by Warren Zevon. Now Warren, he found out that he had about a year to live. He had cancer, and he knew this, and he wrote an entire album of songs about dealing with knowing your time was up. Whether or not you're a fan of Warren Zevon, if you haven't already seen this, you should watch his appearance on the David Letterman show. He and David were good friends. And in a move unlike anything he'd ever done before and never did again, he did an entire show with Warren Zevon. And like he did his monologue, a shortened version of the monologue, and invited Warren Zevon out, and they came out and talked. And Warren played about 20 or 30 minutes and played some of Dave's favorite songs and just talked so openly and honestly about what he was going through. So this is a song that Warren Zevon wrote. And I never would have learned this song except my friend Tommy Giles requested this song years ago. And I played it one time. I've only played it one time. And that was for Tommy. Well, I went to the doctor, said I'm feeling kind of rough. Let me break it to you, son. Your shit's fucked up. I said my shit's fucked up. I don't see how. He said the shit that used to work, it don't work now. Well, I had a dream. Oh, shucks. Oh, well. That's all fucked up. Shut to hell. Yeah, my shit's fucked up. Happens to the best of us. Rich folks suffer like the rest of us. It'll happen to you. That amazing grace, and thought it passed you by. You wake up every day and your head cry. But you want to die, but you just can't quit. Let me break it all down. That's some fucked up shit. Yeah, my shit's fucked. Yeah, my shit's fucked up. It's all fucked up. Only Warren Zevon can get away with that. We miss Warren Zevon. We miss Tommy Giles. We miss a lot of friends. Here's to those folks.
CMF.
Cheers, motherfuckers.
So you're better at this joke. They're requesting the Pope and the Seven Dwarfs joke.
Okay, so the Seven Dwarfs. This is Johnny Mac, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Seven Dwarfs. They want to get an audience with the Pope. They just want to go in and see the Pope. They go in and whoever the Pope, his guards say, no, you can't get in. We've got to get in. We've got a very important question. We've got to ask the Pope a question. Sorry, can't get you in there. So they go home. The next day they come back. Got to see the Pope. We're not going to let you see the Pope. They go home. Third day, they come back. Got to go see the Pope. They're raising a ruckus. Pope says, what's going on out there? Seven dwarfs are out here. Oh, let them in. So the seven dwarfs walk in, and the Pope says, I can't answer questions from all of you. Pick one. Oh, we've only got one question. Send Dopey up there. Dopey says, Your Eminence, got a question. Are there any nuns at the North Pole. Ponders. He said, the North Pole. Yes, sir, yes, sir. Are there any nuns at the North Pole? Gets out a big book, he leaves through. My son, I don't believe there are any nuns at the North Pole. Are you sure there's none? Gets out the big book. My son, there are absolutely no nuns at the North Pole. The other 6 dwarfs just bust out laughing. Don't be fucked a penguin, don't be fucked a penguin.
I love that. Love it. So there was another Snow White joke. Well, crap. Never mind. I just gave that punchline.
Wait, what? You're laughing. I can't understand.
I screwed up the punchline before I told the joke.
That's bad.
I know, right? So I'll tell it.
I'm trying to get the groove on this one. This is another song. And, okay, so keep in mind, people that do what we do in bars, like, you don't, not everybody has to deal with the same stuff we do, but if you play in bars, there's going to be that drunk guy that screams Freebird. You know, you give him one of these, you go, no charge, you know, and hopefully he won't try and kill you for flipping him off. I mean, I've done that to a gigantic football player with no neck, you know, and as I flipped him off and said, you know, no charge, I'm thinking he could kill me, he could just crush me. And he turned around with, which, thank you. So there's a handful, maybe 2 handfuls of songs that you know the drunk people are going to request. And this song was written by a guy named Adam Hood, who obviously does this or did it for a living. I'm not sure. I don't know Adam's story. Don't know him. One of Hippie Joe's friends, who we called Spangler, and there are so many Hippie Joe and Spangler stories. I can't even start. Anyway, Spangler requested this song originally. And it's like any novelty song. If you play it too often, that's all people want to hear. You know, I mean, no matter how good a novelty song is, you, the artist, you don't want to get known for doing just the novelty songs, you know? I mean, no offense to any of y'all that love the song, because it's a great song, but I'm never learning Sweet Caroline, because 90% of the drunk people that are in the audience just want to go bop, bop, bop. They don't care about the rest of the song. They might go hands, touch it. They might do that. But all they want to do is go bop, bop, bop. You know, I'm sorry, I'm not going to learn the entire song just so some drunk person can go bop, bop, bop. I'm just not going to do it. I've never played that song live. It's a great song. I get it. But it's not for me. So, okay, back to Adam Hood. The song is called Play Something You Know, which is also quite perfect. Saw you walking here with that guitar in your hand. Thought I might ask you what you might be playing. Just one more question, but I know you gotta go. Me and my friends were drinking, wondering if you know any Leonard Skinner or American Pie, Waylon and Willie, or Magic Carpet Ride. How about Marshall Tucker or David Allan Coe? Play something we can sing to, play something we know. Yeah, I know how it is, dude. I used to have me a band till our drummer Ronnie got on down at the plant. The singer got him a girlfriend. You know how that goes. Play something we can sing to, play something we know. Do you know any Buffett or any Pink Floyd? How about some Dead Dude? How about the Doors? Do you know any Beatles or any Rolling Stones? Play something we can sing to, play something we know. Man, if you want me to, I'll sing a song with you. I used to sing the high part. My brother Donnie's over sitting at the bar. He plays a mean guitar. What are you looking at? Well, you don't want me to play? You got to get your ass whooped if you keep looking at me that way. Hey, man, I don't really mean it. You don't have to call security. I was only hoping if you'd sing a song for me. Do you know Hank Jr. or any Steve Earle? How about the Joker, the brown-eyed girl, Sweet Home Alabama, Curtis Lowe? Play something we can sing to, play something we know. Play something we can sing to, play something we know. Adam Hood wrote that, y'all. Adam Hood. It's a brilliant song.
It is.
But you can imagine, I mean, if I played that too much, that'd be like everybody's request. So I don't play, I mean, I just don't do it. And occasionally, and tonight seemed perfect. Perfect. All right, so, golly, we're already at an hour. I didn't want to play but an hour.
Whatever. Keep playing.
Whatever. So, raise of hands in the audience. How many people in the audience tonight have been to the Floribama? All right. How many people at the Floribama have seen Rusty McHugh? Rusty wrote this song, and one night I wrote, hang on, I said, Rusty, I want to write a song with you. He said, nope. I said, okay, I want to write a song. I'm gonna write a verse to one of your songs. He said, okay, you can do that. So I wrote a verse to the song. So I get to say that I co-wrote a song with Rusty against his wishes. The song involves audience participation. When I get to the chorus of the song, I'm going to sing the word tequila. Your job at home is to sing back tequila. Let's practice. Tequila.
Tequila!
See, that was good. But I don't think y'all were singing that good.
Okay, I'll be quiet this time.
No, you were good. I want them to do it that well.
Okay.
So you got to enthusiasm, support, project,
Tits up.
act as if you two were drinking 122 proof single barrel bourbon barrel strength
Barrel.
Elijah Craig goods,
Barrel.
whatever barrel strength barrel. Cheers.
Cheers. CMF.
So me and Rusty wrote this song. The song is called Tequila Makes My Clothes Fall Off. Well, I danced with this fine senorita. She sang and she moved like a dream. After the dancing was over, she jumped up on her table and screamed. She said, wine makes me crazy. Champagne makes me lazy. Marijuana only makes me calm. Whiskey makes me easy. Rum makes me sleazy. Tequila makes my clothes fall off. Tequila!
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 Tequila.
Tequila makes my clothes fall off.
Fuck yeah.
Tequila!
Tequila.
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 Tequila makes my clothes fall off.
Fuck yeah.
When I got back to the bar room, I could not believe what I saw. Christy was tearing her clothes off.
It happens.
She was running around singing this song. She said, wine makes me crazy. Champagne makes me lazy. Marijuana only makes me cough. True story. Whiskey makes me easy. Rum makes me sleazy. Tequila makes my clothes fall off. Tequila!
Tequila. Tequila.
Tequila makes my clothes fall off.
Fuck yeah.
Tequila!
Tequila.
Tequila!
Tequila.
Tequila makes my clothes fall off.
Fuck yeah.
Now I'm sitting here in front of you drunkards, trying my best to finish this song. If anyone brings me another, well, I might not be sitting too long, because wine makes me crazy, champagne makes me lazy, marijuana only makes me cough. Whiskey makes me easy and Jaeger makes me queasy. Tequila makes my clothes fall off. Tequila!
Tequila. Tequila.
Tequila makes my clothes fall off.
Fuck yeah.
Tequila!
Tequila. Tequila.
Tequila makes my clothes fall off.
Fuck yeah. Woo!
So Rusty did say, "You done good." He said, "You done good." So that was, I like that because you know, I might have been drunk when I was talking to him, but
Jeff Lang said, for some reason, I missed you as a fuck yeah lady. Sorry, I've been drinking.
She's just
I
not
can
as loud
control
in
my
public.
cursing when I'm sober, but I'm not very
when
good
she
at
drinks,
it. Motherfucker's my favorite word in the whole world.
So one of our friends said to her one night, "I think it's hilarious you think motherfucker is one word," and she said,
It is for
"Well,
me.
I'd say it."
It is, motherfucker. So Victoria Crick said, isn't there a hot tub story? So we need to decide if we're going to tell the hot tub story.
There is a hot tub story. Thanks, Victoria. Vicky.
Vicky's asking also about shots.
Well, yeah. So another thing that's been happening during quarantine is that Vicky and Ashley and occasionally Kimberly and Buzz occasionally, you know, all my friends that are bartenders and restaurant people up in Knoxville will FaceTime us and we'll do shots together. And then when Vicky's drunk, you know, it's like a shot, a hello, and then we're done. Unless Vicky's been drinking. And then she and I get on the phone for like an hour and a half. Love you, Vicky. So one night I was telling her the story, the hot tub story. I don't think I'm gonna. So okay, this is gonna build some anticipation. That's for all you Rocky Horror folks out there. Anticipation. I'm gonna save some anticipation, and I'll do another. We're gonna do another one of these. We'll do at least one more of these after-hour shows, and then depending on how long quarantine lasts, we might do more than one of these after-hour shows. And I'll tell a hot tub story on that because that story, it's a good story, but it involves some telling. You got to tell it right. It's a long story. We're already at an hour, y'all. Almost. We're like 6 minutes short of an hour. And I was gonna do an hour, but obviously that's not gonna happen. That's what Christy says. Yay! You always say you're gonna do an hour, and then you go over.
Happens.
Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy.
Wait, I'm going to tell a joke.
Okay.
Mary Leon sends me great jokes. A nurse walks into a bank totally exhausted with an 18-hour shift, after an 18-hour shift. She grabs a deposit slip, pulls a rectal thermometer out of her purse and tries to write with it. When she realizes her mistake, she looks at the flabbergasted teller and without missing a beat says, "Well, that's just great. Some asshole's got my pen."
That's funny. Well, Mary's joke?
Thank you, Mary. Yep.
That's
She
great.
sent me a couple of good ones.
That's really good. So it's funny because you're reading them and everybody else can read them too.
Well, no, she sent it private, but people are posting them, so read the jokes that people are posting, and feel free to post one or two.
So I had the extreme pleasure of seeing Jimmy Buffett twice when I was in college. I think once was my freshman year, and then we got to open for him maybe my junior year. I'm not sure. It all rumbles together. Thanks, Eric.
I was going to say, you better give Aaron Cheers some credit for that.
I mean, it's just brilliant because it just flows off the tongue,
And it's
which
so
is
true.
what makes a great song. So, Aaron, I'm just borrowing the phrase. I'm giving you props for writing the song. But it all rubs together. And when we opened for him, we got to hang out backstage and got to meet everybody. And Jimmy told some great stories. And he played a couple songs. He played this one. He played another one, which I'm going to play later as well. But I'd never heard this song. And you know, Parrot Heads all know this song because it's one of those bootleg kind of songs. The song is called "Please Take Your Drunken 15-Year-Old Girlfriend Home." Please take your girlfriend home. She's only 15, she shouldn't be back here alone. I'm horny and my mind begins to roam. Oh, please take your drunken 15-year-old girlfriend home. She found her mama's Quaalude script, took a few just right before the show. She is no beer drinker, she used the bathroom 15 times, I know. Her overtures were rather crude, her boyfriend was more than rude to me. I'm 28 and I don't date, I still know classy women who like me. So please take your girlfriend home. She's only 15, shouldn't be back here alone. I'm horny and my mouth begins to foam. So please take your drunken 15-year-old girlfriend home. She said our show was rather dull. She liked Jethro Tull more than she liked us. She said a cab cost $20 and gave her 50 cents to ride the bus. Then she hit me with a mic, something with which I could not agree. She said she dug the harmonica player a whole lot more than she dug me. So please take your girlfriend home. She is only 15, shouldn't be back here alone. So go take her to go see the Rolling Stones. And please take your drunken 15-year-old girlfriend home. Yeah, please take your drunken 15-year-old girlfriend home. We got to play that song One Night with Fingers. He just loved that harmonica player line. I said, was it true? He said, I'll never tell. Cheers to Fingers Taylor. Man,
C-Meth.
we miss that guy.
Evidently, everyone could hear me pouring my wine. Herbie especially could hear me pouring my wine. I was like, I love that he can recognize that sound. I can hear a bottle cap being dropped like 100 feet away.
So when I created the event, for those of you that make events on Facebook, you can allow people to be co-hosts, if you will. And so I made Herbie a co-host because I want to make sure he was here tonight, because he's the guy that will scream out for this one particular song. No matter who the audience is, he doesn't care, because it goes skin off his teeth. He's like, play it! I was like, man, I can't play it here. Play it! Man. You know. So, can I tell the whole story? Can we tell the whole story?
That's your call.
I don't know. Yeah, this song was written by Jackson Browne. Okay, there's a long story build up to this song, and the bottom line is that one of Jackson Browne's buddies met this girl and moved to Alaska, and came back to visit a couple of years later. Started telling stories about sexual adventures and involving nudity with nothing on but an apron and mucklucks. There's a long story. Anyway, Jackson Browne wrote this, and it's a little tender love ballad called You Asshole You. Well, it came to me as you came. You don't even know my name. You'd just as soon be fucking a doorknob. You asshole you. Well, you'd fuck anything that moves. And I tell you what that proves. You just want meat. You don't want me. You asshole you. Well, you wish that I was stronger and could last a little longer. I get so mad that I could spit. I don't even need that kind of shit. 'Cause you toyed with my affection and you laughed at my erection and its lack of circumsection. You asshole you. Yes, friends, Jackson Browne wrote that. And if you look hard enough, you can find that song on a couple bootleg Jackson Browne records. But I heard him so there was an epic tour, Jackson Browne and Warren Zevon together. And everywhere that they went on this tour, when they left, there was no cocaine left in that town. And I heard that song on that tour, and again, scribble, scribble, scribble. So anything I haven't gotten to that's really important? I got a bunch more, but we need Christy to sing a couple with us after she stops choking.
Yeah. People aren't really making requests. They're just enjoying the
obscenities.
Yes, and if you're just joining us recently, this is the After Hours blah 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 blah. After Hours, somewhat adult show. There's cursing, dirty jokes. Dear Penis. I just looked down and Wilson Blake has typed Dear Penis. Hello, Lindley Tolles.
Yeah, I don't know Dear Penis. I mean, I'm aware of it, but I don't know it.
Oh, so that is actually a song?
Yeah.
Okay.
So come on up here, honey. Let's do a couple.
Yes, dear. Hi.
Hi, baby.
How are you?
I'm marvelous.
Good.
How are you?
You too. I'm wonderful.
That's where we're at.
All right. Gonna wash your socks, dress your pants, get you off to work. I'm gonna start your car, turn the heater up, and when you get home, I'm gonna fill your cup.
I look good on your wedding day.
See me in my apron when you're away. See me in my apron when you're away. Gonna fix the fence, pressure wash the porch, fry that chainsaw up, chop that tree, split that stack. I'll be stoking the stove, baby, when you get back. Gotta look
Good on your wedding day.
See me in your overalls when you're away. Nothing but your overalls when you're away.
When you're away. That's the song that gets me, like when I'm gone, that's the song that gets me home, yeah. That's I mean.
Because you know I run around in his overalls and nothing else. This shit happens for real. Wait, we're live on. I should be.
It's after hours, honey.
Okay.
That's why we're on at midnight
I'm going to make my own
15, and 1:15 for some of y'all.
I know. I am so impressed with how many people are here with us tonight. They're like, we want to hear all the dirty songs.
You just tell me which verse you want to sing.
You start it.
No, yeah. How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How is your whole family? Take your pants down to the cleaners today. Take your pants down to the cleaners today. Take your pants down to the cleaners today. Take your pants down to the cleaners today.
I saw your dick. Tation machine, I saw your dick. Tation machine, I saw your dick. Tation machine, I saw your dictation machine.
How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How is your whole family? Would you blow me a kiss every day? 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 How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How is your whole family? Let me do your astrological chart. 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 How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How is your whole family?
How about a stiff cock? Tell with me, how about a stiff cock? Tell with me, how about a stiff cock? Tell with me, how about a stiff cock? Tell with me.
Everybody sing. How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How's your whole family? How is your whole family? Eat a bowl of shit. Talkie mushrooms. Eat a bowl of shit. Talkie mushrooms. Eat a bowl of shit. Talkie mushrooms. Eat a whole bowl of shit. Talkie mushrooms. How is your whole family? How's your whole family? How is your whole family? How is your whole family?
Yeah! Alright, I'm going back over there. You got this part down.
How's your whole?
Family.
How's your whole?
My hole is fine. How is yours?
Oh, baby.
Woo! Okay. No, we did not write this song for Cecil. We did not write this song.
It's don't even know where it came from.
Yeah.
It's a bunch of bluegrassers started playing it. Our friends Patrick and Kay heard it, and then we saw Sam Bush doing it, Telluride, and and of course you can make up your own verses. Some of those verses we heard before, some of those verses we made up. If you're drinking enough or smoking enough or whatever you do to get altered, it just start making up words. But every other verse is how's your hold.
Right. But it's easy to come up with some funny shit.
Oh yeah. It's So, come up with verses, write them down, send them to us. We'll do those.
Bryant says we should learn You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly. That's a good song. We do not know that, Bryant, but that would be good. And Aaron Wooten says, do you know any Stephen Lynch songs? Because I don't know who that is.
I don't.
Paul
Obviously, I got to research. What?
Paul Peavy says, I feel like we're all a lot closer now. I think you're right, Paul.
How's your hold?
I feel like this has been a very bonding kind of night.
Yep.
Or bondage. I'm not sure which.
Lordy.
Oh, it is. Tom Melinda says the reflection on your guitar is awesome. So, I looked at it. It's, really cool. You're getting a reflection of this.
Yeah.
So, you're going to have to look at that when you go back through this. Oh, we're not keeping this.
I'll save it to my phone.
Okay.
But we're not going to post this to Facebook.
Nope.
So, if you want to see it again, you'll have to come to where we are, and I'll show it to you on my phone. Or something.
You said come.
Have some more wine, huh?
I'm sorry. I'm just being silly.
I was just remember, there's this, a tingle of, there's a dirty song that I can't think of that I know that I can't, there's, in my brain it's going there's something else.
Okay.
Now, I've still got other ones that I could do, but, oh man, it just, this tingle of an idea, this one, and I can't remember. What other good blues songs do I know, y'all? Sometimes you know better than
Yeah,
me.
are there any requests of things that he does?
Oh man.
Pete Trainer says these nights need to happen more often.
Yeah.
I think that could happen.
Yeah, there's one, oh golly, I hate this. Because there's something, right on the tip of my tongue, I can't think of what it is.
Yeah, Wilson's requesting David Allen Coe songs that we don't know.
Yeah, and
Already did Asshole.
Yeah. And again, that was I did kind of the original on that one. And some of that David Allen Coe stuff gets just raunchy for the sake of being raunchy. And that's fine.
Third-rate romance. Or Afternoon Delight, they're sort of dirty, but you get away with those in public.
That's true. That's true. Afternoon Delight's a great song. That's a great song. All right, so got a jerk to you?
Of course I do.
Of course you do.
All right. Let's see. What's the best part about gardening? Getting down and dirty with your hose. How is a girlfriend like a laxative? They both irritate the shit out of you.
Oh man.
This is bad. This is really bad, but I'm going to tell it anyway. What do you call the useless piece of skin on a dick? The man.
I've heard that, actually. I've heard that.
Sorry, that was bad.
Yeah.
What's long and hard and full of semen? A submarine, you dirty-minded people.
So, thank you guys. This has been a lot of fun. We're gonna wrap it up. A lot of you have to go to bed, including my wife.
Babe, I'm just starting. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
didn't say
good.
you were going to sleep. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll do this again, and I'll just kind of when there's not as much pressure, when the lights aren't on, there's something else. It's one of those good ones that I know and I can't think of what it is. So I got one more. It's not too dirty, but I don't sing it in kids are around.
Did you
It's one of my favorites.
Cadillac? Were you thinking about doing the Cadillac song tonight?
Should I do Cadillac?
I think you should do Cadillac.
I'm doing two more.
Yeah, there you go.
So again, I mentioned earlier that I got to open for Buffett in college, and one night in Key West, I've been saying that. I say a lot that got to open for Buffett. So one night, Steve and Tom, Steve Huntington and Tom Corcoran were hanging out after one of the album hours where we did a bunch of songs with the choreographers. They came to me and said, "What year?" I was like, "We opened for him probably 77 or 78. I said, but the first time I saw him was at a Holiday Inn, and that was 74. And tickets were $5, and we sat on the floor. And I think Buffett had played Carowinds down in Charlotte, and he was on the road, heading somewhere, and just kind of routed a gig where he could make some money. But that was the first time, and then the second time was we got to open for him at Appalachian. And because I was on the concert committee, we got to hang out, around and be backstage. And my roommate Kirk and I would always soak it all in. We wouldn't miss anything. And so Jimmy told this story. And again, I haven't asked him or Mr. Utley or anybody to corroborate any of this, but I will someday. The story is that Mr. Buffett was wherever he was living, he saw a commercial one day for a guy that owned a Cadillac dealership. And the idea was that this guy had a dealership. He wanted a jingle, and he knew that they were, so he put out a contest and said, if you write me a jingle, I'll give you a Cadillac, the lease for a Cadillac for a year for free. Buffett didn't have a car, or at least not a good one. And he thought, well, I can write a song. So he went out and bought a bunch of Heineken because he had not yet invented Landshark. And wrote this song and submitted it as his entry to win a Cadillac for a year. And again, I don't know if any of this is true, but he told it with conviction. So this is Mr. Buffett's submission to the Cadillac dealership to win a car for a year for free. We've got the best deals in town. We won't try to run you around, 'cause we don't deal with nail redneck truckers. We sell Cadillacs to rich motherfuckers. We've got the best deals in town. So, of course, the question is, would you buy a car from that guy? And, of course, you would. But the FCC says you can't use that song. And he didn't win. And whether it's true or not, it's a funny story. And I got it from him. Again, whether it's true or not, that's on him. This one he wrote. And it's one of my favorites. Thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Sleep well. Happy weekend. Standing by the side of a Highway 4 exit, a lady in tie-dye, a bag by her side, not really looking like anything special. She saw Tennessee tags, she waved for a ride. She sat right beside me as a meter hit 60, explaining her travels, her family background. When she got through, I could not help but thinking she's a long way from the West Nashville Grand Ballroom gown. Her father had money, her mother had love, channeled entirely on her dear sister Dove. 22 years in society's plan, canceled at the swing of her dear mother's hand. 6 hours later, we hit Cincinnati. Yawning, she woke. She asked where we were. When she found out, she said, I must be going, 'cause this close to Nashville was too close for her. So I stopped by the roadside and gave her some money. She took it, she kissed me, and she gave me a note. She said that I could read it, but I should mail it in Nashville on old loose leaf paper to her mother she wrote. She said, Mama, I'm fine. If you happen to wonder, I don't have much money, but I still get around. I haven't made church in near 36 Sundays, so fuck all you West Nashville Grand Ballroom gown. She's a long way from the West Nashville Grand Ballroom gown. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us tonight. We will see you Saturday at the private show, Sunday Fun Day, Monday we're not doing anything this week. We did all 4 episodes of the 30th anniversary. That's done. Tuesday at home.
I'm going to end with a cow joke.
All right.
What do you call a herd of cows masturbating? Beef stroking off.
On that note,
Good night.
peace.
Big hugs. Much love.